One persistent theme that's come up with all of you is that to be active players and architects in this market, you need to get really in the weeds on projects, right? You're talking about due diligence in sub-Saharan Africa. Yeah. Angela, you mentioned having, working with scientists and really getting in the weeds on these projects, and very similar comparisons on the engineered removal side with just negotiating these really long, lengthy deals. What does the future of this market look like? Is this going to continue to resemble a securities market? Are we talking about a commodities market in the future? How does that change? And whoever wants to take this one, feel free, but very curious on what does the future direction of travel look like?
Well, at least from my perspective, one would be more clarity around carbon accounting and how that works for everybody. I think a lot of people are caught in this, the SBTI world, and can I use, can I not use, how do I use it? Are these protocols right? I know there's a group being set up now to look at carbon accounting in a different way. So part of it's just the carbon accounting and getting clarity around what's acceptable for people and how they're going to use it. I think that's one of the risks people have about buying, because they're afraid that's not going to be allowed. That'd be one thing. And two would be some kind of standardization. I was thinking about bonds and green bonds. Bonds were fine. You bought a bond from somebody and you hope you paid you back, and you look at their credit risk. And there was all these things underneath bonds that people looked at, and then they invented green bonds. And I was at Bank of America. We did more than anybody green bonds, but there were standards that you had to meet to be called a green bond. And I was just thinking while I was thinking about that we have carbon tons now, and in theory, every carbon ton is the same thing. That's what the registries say. But we have like 10 different registries, or whatever we have, and then we have different standards all the time. And there's no standard that says this is a green ton versus a regular ton, or something like that would let people have a something core to hang on to do it. I think that'd be great.